We're here in Detroit, Michigan, and we just came from a conference and we were talking about different things that impact real estate, mortgage industry, all that sort of stuff. What we want to do is just kind of outline a few things that we found were beneficial for realtors and some of the takeaways that we have from the event as well. So, Teddy, why don't you start? Tell me something that you learned. I know, right? Put you on the spot. Why don't you tell us something that you learned yesterday that you thought was pretty cool that people need to know?
So yesterday was a very interesting experience. I liked the panel. We had a panel with a bunch of agents. I didn't go there with any expectations, but when we had that panel with the agents, I thought that was very ideal because now I'm getting a lot of ideas from other agents who are doing well in the business and getting some knowledge about what they're doing to improve their business and what they're doing to get business to begin with, right? And just picking their brains and getting ideas about that. So that's definitely my
And how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business for a year and like 10 months.
And so
So
you're in Atlanta,
I
right?
am, yeah.
And how would you say the market, like, is it a easy market to break into? Yes or no?
um let's just say like real estate is a low barrier of entry, and if you're not, you're getting just like with any other city, you get what you put into it, and Atlanta is one of those cities where it's definitely, you have to grind. Like you definitely have to grind. It's not like, oh, there are a lot of properties out there. However, it's getting those properties and getting those properties sold.
Yeah.
Properties get on the market and they are sitting on the market for a month, 2 months at a time. So pricing it right, having the conversation with your clients. But long story short, I say all this to say the Atlanta market is not the easiest market to get into. You have to definitely
So
put in some work.
Melissa, Bob, and I are all in the Austin, Texas
Yeah.
market, and I think it's similar. Melissa, so I guess let's start with what did you think about yesterday? What did you learn as a takeaway? I know you had something else to say, but
No, 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 no. It's cool. Yesterday was really cool because not only did we hear from realtors, we heard from the mortgage industry, we heard from lenders, we heard from different people. And as a real estate agent, you have to know enough about everything to be dangerous. And so it was really good to hear all of that. The panel was excellent because they chose different people from different areas, different experience levels, and just cool people all around. They shared some things. They shared the good, they shared the negative, they shared what it takes to hustle, they shared what they wish they'd have done at the beginning. Like it was a well rounded experience. And anytime that happens, you have that. And then we had time to visit with each other to reflect on all of those things and see how it applies to ourselves. So
I love
it's
it.
pretty cool.
I love it. Bob, how about you, man? What did you get from yesterday?
Oh, a lot as a new agent. There's just so much to learn. Like everything is new, right? And my experience is more like an investment. So
Yeah.
all the investment pieces from the mortgages aspect is very, very helpful because a lot of our clients and people we work with have a need for creative financing, which
Yes.
is they talked about a lot. So it offers a lot of options I didn't know was out there. So this way, I think just opened up your field a lot more. And also as a real estate agent, since I'm so fresh, like everything is useful, everything is new. Like every piece of information from the people who've done it so many years is very, very helpful. So I think it was incredibly productive for me.
So I've been here a couple times now, and there are so many people that are running this race, and to put everybody into a room, it's all there are always new ideas. It's always different. So you can learn from everybody that's in that room. And this is one of those opportunities that doesn't come around very often. So we've got these partnerships where companies are paying to fly us out as realtors to educate us on how to be better realtors. Like that's insane. So I was really grateful for the opportunity. A couple of us are going back in March to do it again. And so if you're interested in that, obviously hit us up. So the next question is, what was something that you plan to actually implement in your business? Do you have something, Teddy, that you want to implement in your
She's
business?
all over that. Look at her.
Teddy.
A Yeti, what did I call you? Oh my
Teddy.
gosh, I'm so
I,
sorry.
I wanted to keep correcting you, but I didn't want to do it on
Did I do it
camera like
twice?
multiple
No, it's
times.
fine. No, correct me. I'm wrong. Holy crap.
It's
Well, we
okay.
met 1,000 people, to
Yes,
Yeah.
be
exactly.
fair.
That's the other thing. There were a lot of people that we met, and I'm
Oh
like,
Amazing
yeah,
I'm
people.
trying
we
to
did just
anchor.
meet at the event, but yes, my what would I implement in my business? So they advertised this one program that I'm going hard for. It's called Property Radar. They were
Yep.
talking
Property
about,
radar, yeah.
and I
Mhm.
saw that, and I see how powerful it is and how useful it can be in prospecting. And so I'm sorry, you guys can see me. How useful property radar can be for prospecting. So my goal is to use it and see how well it works and actually prospect with it. Another thing I'm planning on implementing is first of all gathering everyone that we met. Right, we met so many women and men from my city of Atlanta where I work at, and we were planning on connecting together and actually setting goals and implementing those goals together. So that's definitely something that I plan on continuing doing for really the rest of my career, honestly.
How about you, Melissa?
Well, I was going to ask her, you said at the beginning that because Atlanta's so big, so saturated, right, with agents, as a newer agent, you got to hustle, you got to work. How do you think like the program Property Radar, like
That's a good question.
what is appealing about that program
Mhm.
that's going to help you set yourself apart from some of those other people to get ahead?
Exactly. So this tool, right? This tool is so powerful in the fact that you can find a niche of people. Let's say you have your own niche. It could be a cultural niche. It can be a um whatever niche it is. Maybe it's like divorcees or whatever. You can find that on this platform, get their information and have the opportunity to reach out to them. You can get their phone numbers, you can get the addresses, even if you don't have their phone numbers. Let's say that program does not have phone numbers. You can actually just get their names and get their addresses and send them postcards or door knock at their properties. Whatever it is, you have the information at your toolbox,
And
right?
it's public information, so
Public
it just brings
information.
it together for you.
Right. It's not, like hidden information that it just stole or bought from some. It's public information. And I really think it's very valuable because at some point in my career, I was looking for stuff. I was looking for these things, and I'm like, where can I find it? Where can I find it? I'm going to court records, which it is public, but I would have to like buy it was just too much. So I'm like, where can I get this information from? And then they presented it. I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I love it.
So the person that was presenting it, I'm actually going to have him on this channel and do a whole class session.
Mm.
So if anybody's interested in that, drop a comment below and we'll get that information to you. Probably drop a link in the description. So Melissa, what is your thing that you actually want to implement? Because there's a lot of stuff,
Oh
but
yeah, there's
we
so
know
much,
as realtors, the
so
shiny
much.
object syndrome, we just have to find one thing that we know we can do right away.
Yeah. I think right away I need to focus on my thing is for 2025, I really feel that we're going to have to bring more value to our customers in reassuring them about their money situations, about the finances, because a lot of people are still with the interest rates and everything that's happened. They're really nervous about letting go of that money, or I don't have enough money, or it's just all everything. They need more assistance and guidance. That creative financing that they were introducing us to, I'm not going to learn it because I'm not the one doing it, but I want to know enough to be dangerous.
We have someone.
I know, and that's the thing. Like I'm really interested. I mean, simple thing like I have a client who's looking to buy in a year, but he's self-employed. Well, that boy writes off everything he can on his taxes, and it makes it look like he ain't got any money. Well, he can't buy a house with that. So that's, I got to have that conversation like, hey, let's talk about your taxes. Am I going to advise him on what to do on his taxes? No, that's not my job. But I'm going to add value to him by saying, look, you need to speak to somebody now before you file those taxes to prepare you for what's coming up. And I know that's just a small little example, but it's one of the things that I picked up, and that was just one of several.
Yeah,
And I need to up my game as far as offering my clients the value and why do they want to work with me because they trust that I know what I'm talking about and that I don't have a lot of experience as far as backing me up, but the more I learn, it gives me that experience in a short amount of time.
that's so good. Bob, what's your thought? So you have one thing that you can take away, and I know you run your business a little differently, so that's why I'm excited to hear. What's the thing that you think that you can use from yesterday's event?
Well, I mean, the same with Melissa. I mean, is to offer more value to my future clients. I mean, I have a lot of experience in just construction and house flipping and buying and selling as an investor. So I know what it's like to actually sell your own home and buy
Yeah.
a house for yourself many times. So I just want to put my boots on the ground and go out and talk to more people, which is like I've been very isolated in my previous work because you keep looking at houses on the computer all the time. You're finding deals, you're going to the site, you're building stuff like that. So that's completely different and it's very antisocial in a way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So after this weekend, I feel like I need to really reach out to people a lot more, talk to a lot more people, and get that going. So
I love it,
yeah.
man. So for me, I think not even I think I already scheduled. Was it your idea? It was, so Yeti was like, we
Yeah.
need to execute on something, and I thought, how brilliant, right? And so we're already, a handful of us are already teaching a class together. And so Yeti's going to go and find a builder, set up a physical location in Atlanta. Melissa and I are going to teach on the Builders TV, and we'll be on Zoom. And so basically, you've got a physical room of people, and then you have the virtual room where everybody can come and learn together. Doesn't matter what brokerage you are, it's all completely agnostic. Doesn't matter your level of education, your level of experience. All of that is irrelevant. What matters is we know that we need to increase our output and our value in 2025, and then we need to execute. So I'm really grateful that you had that idea, and I said let's make it happen, and then we just made it happen. So it's already scheduled. She's going to get back and find the place,
Yes.
and just the power in that. Which, what does that do? It makes us have to actually get everybody's contact info. So I'm sitting there like, oh man, I realize I don't have your email. Oh man, like one guy, he's not on any social media. He's only on text. And I'm like, okay, well, what's your information? And then another person's like, oh, I don't want to actually go, but maybe one of my agents will. I was like, great, give me their information. So just building those connections and then bringing value almost immediately is going to be huge.
Yeah. And that was one of the biggest, I think, themes. We had people in there that been in the business 25 plus years to people that had been in there 6 months.
Mm.
The people who have been in it 25 plus years, yes, they were giving a lot of knowledge and nuggets and wisdom, but they were also asking questions. And I think it gave some, I guess, brought down the anxiety level bit for some newer agents to think that they have to know everything at once.
Mm.
You can be in the business 25 years and still be asking questions and still be willing to share and be on podcasts and experience what everybody else has to learn. So I think that that was refreshing to see. Um, the When we got together last night afterwards, I learned so many things just from having great conversations with people, and I love that it was mixed. It wasn't just realtors.
Mm.
It had mortgage people. It had, different people there, and just the collaboration was inspiring. And I'm grateful that I am surrounded by people who believe in that collaboration, because when I first started, it was very like you should only work with this people and this, stay in your brokerage or this or that, and that's just not how
Yeah.
it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Can't grow.
Yeah, I feel like we're in this world where it's us versus the big companies, and we want to make a living, and we want to actually help people. Big companies, sure, like us, they want to profit, but it's so much more about profit than it is about providing value to people that just want to buy homes and find a place for their families to keep them safe and happy. So anyway, thank you so much for spending the time with us. Hopefully this was a little bit more, a little bit valuable to you. And if you want more information, um, I don't
Reach
know.
out to
Yeah,
all of
reach
us.
out. I'll make sure that all of our contact information is in the description below, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks so
Thanks.
much.
Bye.